Okay, back with Chop It Up with Coco doing this Mother's Day special edition, talking about the women in my life that were very, very special. Battery went out on me. Left off talking about Auntie Pi, man, and I was saying that hope that she recovered from this mild stroke she had. So, like I said, family and friends, let's pray for her to lift her up. But I know your story, Auntie. I know what you've been through. You know, you raised some beautiful kids, man. So with that being said, you're strong. You did everything the right way, and I'm so happy that you was my auntie. I want to talk about and I had a lot of aunties that was off the charts, man. Auntie Dina, I ain't forgot about you. All my aunties, man, like y'all was amazing. I just want to give y'all all the Mother's Day shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, I wasn't around y'all a lot growing up, but like I said, I ain't forgot y'all in no way, shape, or form. Please don't take it the wrong way. I love all my aunties and all my uncles to death, but this is about the Mother's Day special. So happy Mother's Day to all my aunties. Now it's finna get good. It's finna get funny. Next person I want to talk about, man, real close to me, man. I mean, man, like real close to me, real close to me. Probably one of the closest. I want to say happy Mother's Day, man, to my niece. She became like not my new best friend, but she just took right off with my sister Kim. Happy Mother's Day, Cherie, aka Cha Cha. I want to talk to you real personal. You have been so inspirational for me, to me. I call you sometimes just to hear your voice because you sound just like my sister. Kim, and I'm gonna talk about her in a little bit. Kim was my rock, man. You know, for anybody that know that Blaylock family, Kim Blaylock, she was the rock. You know what I mean? My mama was off the charts. Don't get it wrong. My dad was off the charts, but the one that held me down from all the stuff was my sister Kim, and I'm gonna talk about her down the road. But she had a daughter. She had two daughters, and she had a little boy, and they was amazing. Them my dogs. I love them to death. But this is a Mother's Day thing, and Chinese don't got no kids. I love you to death, girl. But we're gonna talk about you, Cha Cha. Cha Cha was a little one, man, and Cha Cha, you have grown on me so much. You made me a better man. Don't even know it. You my niece, but you've made me a better man, and I want to thank you so much for the long conversations that we had, just about life, about your moms. About things that only she know, and only you know, and only I know. But you're a real one, girl. Oh, she spit you out the right way. Like I said, I call you sometime for no reason in the world, and you don't get why. But it's because you sound just like my sister, man. And sometimes I need that therapy. Sometimes I need to hear your voice because I feel like I'm hearing my sister, man. So with that being said, man, you've done so much for me. You are so blessed to another planet. You are an amazing mom. Lord have mercy, man. You picked up, man, every single bit like your mama. Kim Blaylock, man, she did a good job. R.I.P. Kim. You did a good job with that girl, man. She sound like you. She act like you. She walk like you. She smell like you. She a dog like you. She everything in the world, man. Just like you. And, you down on us smiling on what you did. You gave her some special things. Let me tell you what I think God gave you that's special. Your husband, Josh, forever love, man. Y'all got together, y'all young, doing it the right way, the way two black folks should do it, man. Y'all doing it the right way. Y'all got 4 beautiful kids. Y'all celebrate them every day. Let the world know how it is. But Josh, man, I love you to death, man. You a straight up G. I've been knowing you for a long time, man. I knew you was a baby. We got some bonds. I thought at one point Josh was my brother, and I'll tell you about that down the road. It's kind of funny, but the nigga looked like my daddy, but, that's for another topic. But Cha Cha, you being that rock, man, being strong. I'm your uncle, and I know you've always looked up to me being strong and doing the things I've done. But you don't understand that there's a lot of times where you was my rock, and I want you to know, man, I love you to death. And like I said, hearing your voice, seeing everything you do, like my sister Kim, man, that just makes me, it's refreshing. I miss her today. Day in the day that don't go by, that I don't miss her. Day in the day, I don't think about the times I talked with her last. Day in the day, don't go by when I think about the person that really was there for me in my life. my sister, your mama, Kim Blaylock. But man, I'm telling you, just like her, man. And like I said, she's smiling down on you, girl. Happy Mother's Day to you, so much. All the things you doing, the power. You and Josh, y'all showing people what it's like to be a strong black family. And that starts with the man of the house, but just as well, y'all equal the woman of the house. Because like I said, girl, you wear them shoes. I don't care what nobody say, you wear them shoes, boy. You ain't planning in no way, shape, or form. Them beautiful kids you got. But I wanna say Happy Mother's Day to you, man, and my sister Kim. Man, when you gave her baby Kim, you just gave her yourself. Look just like you, man. So, Chacha, I just want to really let you know, man, personally, man. Without you, man, it'd been hard for me to, move, But like I said, she left that, man. Kim left everything in you. It was like a relay. She gave you that baton and you took off. You know what I mean? You won a championship. So Cha-Cha, shout out to you, girl. I love you to death. I really appreciate you helping your uncle, man, get to some places that I probably couldn't have got to without you. So, with that being said, man, you have an unbelievable Happy Mother's Day, man. I hope you see this and I hope you love it. But like I said, keep doing what y'all doing, man. Happy Mother's Day to you. Cha-Cha. Next person I want to talk about is talk about Kim. Let's keep them close. Cha-Cha and Kim, let's keep them by each other. Kim Blaylock, man, words can't go to explain how this is probably going to be the second biggest Happy Mother's Day out of everybody in the world. And again, please, nobody, I ain't taking no shot at nobody, man. I just got to talk to y'all real sincere from my heart on the people that really made me and impacted my life, man. And that love, that unconditional love, no matter what I was right or wrong, that kind of love, man. This woman gave me that. My sister Kim, man, I looked up to her so much. She was strong as hell. She wasn't going to bite her tongue to nobody, and she helped any and everybody. If you was in our family, if she ain't have it, she getting it for you. Anybody that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to reach the ones that know and ain't got to say no names. Kim Blaylock was official, the backbone strength of the Blaylock family. So there ain't no shot at nobody. That's just saying that woman, she was bad. That woman was bad. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, man. When I was little growing up, believe it or not, man, make this a little funny, I used to have real long hair, like a girl. Everybody, where I grew up, man, if you ain't had the curl, you lying. Everybody had that curl, man. You know what I'm saying? We thought we was all Michael Jackson. We all had the curl growing up. If you ain't had no curl, then you wasn't from where we was from. Everybody had the curl. And I remember being a little kid with real long hair, man. I wasn't cutting my hair for nothing, man. I thought the long hair was the strength. My brother had the long hair. I wanted to be just like him. You know how that was. Mike had the long hair. I wanted the long hair. My daddy had the long hair. I wanted the long hair. Kim used to always comb my hair. You know what I mean? My hair used to be nappy as hell. She used to sit up all day and get them kinks out. Comb my hair all down and sitting down my chest. But she used to comb my hair. My sister did all the dirty work, man. My sister Kim did all the dirty work for me when I was a kid, man. And you don't know what that person did for you until you get older. I understood it a little bit when I was little, but my sister did the dirty work for me, man. And like I said, man, she was my sister, man. She was my rock. She was my everything in the world, man. I miss her to death. But Kim, man, R.I.P. up there in heaven, man. I know you looking down, smiling on the things we doing. We trying to get together like you wanted us to get together. Cha-Cha got that baton. She taking off that whole family. They good. Cha-Cha got them all good. I remember this right here, man. This little personal, this little thing we had, me and my sister Kim. And I think Cha-Cha, you might remember this. I think Joseph, brother-in-law, I think you remember this, man. My sister Kim, man. I remember at her funeral, people was talking about all the things she would do with people. But if she heard or even thought you was in her family, if you was anywhere in the world and you needed anything, she was going to get it for you. If you was part of her family, you wasn't going without. Whether I had money, whether I had no money, every time I left my sister's sight, every time I left my sister's sight, to leave to go out of town, to leave to go sign a contract for some football money or anything in the world, it didn't matter if I was leaving broke or leaving with a pocket full of money. My sister always gave me $100. I'll never forget that. And I try so hard sometimes not to take it, but to not take it from me was disrespectful to her. But every time I left my sister's sight growing up, man, she gave me $100, and I'll never forget that. So with that being said, man, RIP up in heaven, girl. I know you're doing well. I think about you every single day. That backbone of that Blaylock family, man, your shoulders are so wide and you carried us all for so long, man. And like I said, we living on, Cha-Cha holding it down just like you did. But she loved everybody, man. She made everybody feel a certain way. She made everybody feel a certain way. She did things for people that people don't know. I can run down the line and but that ain't what this is about. She just loved everybody, and anybody who she touched, anybody that she thought was family or knew that was family, she rode for you, and that's how she was. So with that being said, man, shout out to my sister, man, my rock, my best friend in the world. R.I.P. Kim. Miss you, girl. Happy Mother's Day. Next person I want to talk about. This next person I want to talk about, man, very misunderstood. I got to talk about this real quick before I get to talking about the next few folks. A lot of the women in my life, after researching, after hearing true, factual stories, after listening to the right people that I know going to tell me the truth, my family, man, they've been through a lot, man, the women in my family. And I want to apologize to some of the women in my family, man, if I offended you, if I was cold-blooded with you, if I made you feel like I didn't love you, if I did anything like that, man, I'm sorry. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I'm saying this to say I'm a real stubborn person. I'm the type of person, man, I forgive, but I don't forget. I forgive, but I don't forget. And if there was times in my life where we had our differences and things like that, I forget about that. But I just sometimes didn't forget it. And that's that bullhead in me, man. I'm grown. I'm getting over that. But a lot of women in my family, man, y'all been through so much stuff that only Lord knows. Only Lord knows, man. So I want to tell y'all, man, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. If I ever made you feel a certain way, if I ever misunderstood you, and this next person I'm about to talk about, man, is my baby. And she was always misunderstood, man. So we talk, man, and she make me laugh, man. Sometimes you need a good laugh, man. You know, we need, this is a celebration, man. And celebrate these amazing women, especially on Mother's Day. I feel like everybody getting this attention. This is the perfect time to get them they love. But the next person, man, she's so funny as hell, man. I'm gonna talk about her, man. My little sister, Crystal. Crystal Blaylock, man. The best way to describe my little sister, man, she misunderstood, man. You know, misunderstood. Crystal was the baby of the bunch. Crystal endured a lot, man. You know, losing my dad when she was real young, you know, the stage was hers. You know what I'm saying? I was the spoiled one when I was a kid before Crystal came along. And when she came along, Daddy moved me to the side and said, hey, that's what it is. And like I said, man, she missed some things, man, in life. But she knew what it was. But Crystal, man, happy Mother's Day to you, man. I want to really let you know I love you to death. I know we have our differences. You know I'm bullheaded. You know I got my beliefs. But you're very misunderstood in life. And I think that's the best way to describe you. But, man, people don't know all the other stuff. You know, you always try to give, man. You always try to give everybody everything in the world. You looked out for me. Man, there's times that you really looked out for me. and you my baby sister. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm gonna shout out to the world, man. We had our differences with a lot of different things. You know, I was always on you because this is personal. You know, one of the last things my daddy said to me um, is that take care of your sister. And you know, I tried to do that the best I could. I know that, you know, I'm so bullheaded. Sometimes we bump heads, and I try to show you tough love. And I'm sorry for that, only for the simple fact that I felt like you needed tough love. But man, you ain't had no bigger fan of than your brother, man. I love you to death. You've been through so much, just like all the other women I'm talking about on this Mother's Day special. You've been through so damn much. Only you know and I know what you've been through, but you still standing. You strong as hell. You still standing. You know what I mean? You a straight up dog. Tell y'all a story, man. Crystal got me my worst butt whooping ever. Crystal got me my worst butt whooping ever. True story. When we was little, man, Chris used to play tag and things like that. And, you know, probably people growing up with me probably thought that my daddy whooped me like that. I didn't get very many whoopings from my dad for whatever reason. I saw my brother Pat, saw my brother Mike. They used to get lit up because they was always doing something. So, you know, it was them taking them. They was getting them. And when I say they was getting them, my pops was giving them out, boy. They was getting them. But let me tell you about a whooping that I got from my mama. Probably the worst whooping that anybody ever got. My mama gave it to me, not my daddy. My mama, because of Crystal. Crystal, you did this. We was playing tag one time, and anybody know my mama? Pookie, nickname Pookie, Vera Blaylock. She loved glasses, like little glass tables and things like that. And I remember one time me and Crystal was playing tag, and she had this little glass table with all her little favorite glass she collected. My dad used to give her a little glass, and she used to buy them and things like that. And she had this one little glass table. And she kept on saying, Coco, you better not knock my table over. Coco, man, she told me about 10 times, but I ain't listen. You know, same thing I be yelling at my little boy. She said, Coco, you better not knock my glass table over. And I didn't listen. Me and Crystal still playing tag. I'm still trying to hide under her glass. Man, Crystal scared me. I was underneath the glass. She scared me. And I jumped up. Busted that glass. They went on the floor. They broke everywhere. What y'all think happened next? True story. My mama gave everybody at the house money. Everybody get up out of here and go get some candy. Get whatever you want to go. Here go the money. Get up out of here. My sister Kimden was like, oh my gosh, she about to kill him. What happened next is funny. You know what I mean? But I earned it. You know what I'm saying? She kept telling me, quit. Coco, quit hiding under my glass. Coco, quit, stop. Coco, quit, stop. Crystal, man, she got that belt. And I ain't get whooped with that belt. The thick belt. With the backside, I got whooped with, she had the belt buckle part where I was getting hit with the belt buckle. Man, my mama whooped my, you know what, man, for about a good 15, 20 minutes. I deserved every bit of it. I broke something that she had valued for so long. And Crystal, I'm blaming you. You got me whooped to death. But I don't regret it. Just a little small story of my mom's, man. I broke her glass and Crystal got me whooped. But that was just another little funny story with me and my little sister Crystal, man. She got me whooped. Anybody that remember that story, man, my mama wasn't playing when it came to that belt, boy. She ain't care if you hid the belt on my mama. She ain't care. Just grab a stitching cord or something, though. So, but happy Mother's Day, man, to my little sister. Got another couple more stories to tell you about Crystal. I remember another time with Crystal. This the funniest thing in the world right here in my household with Crystal and my mom and them. In our household, my mama had a thing for Pepsi, and so like you know we didn't have all that good stuff, so we had the cheap stuff. But when my mama brought that Pepsi in the house, nobody better not touch it. And Chris used to get all our ass toe up for this reason. So my mama got us the other stuff, and once that's gone, she got her Pepsi. She never bought like cans. She always got like a 2-liter. And when she did that, everybody in the house, and it was 5 of us, right? So everybody get their little sip. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their little sip of her Pepsi, and next thing you know, it go from a full Pepsi to this much, and then this much, and then next thing you know, you look up, everybody thinking she drinking it, but everybody sipping on her Pepsi, especially Crystal, and now the Pepsi gone. So in our household, if something gone, man, everybody getting it. But Crystal used to never get it. It was Crystal doing all the sipping, but used to get out blazed. But being a baby, you can get away with all that stuff because I got away with all of it when I was little until she came along. But Crystal, I love you to death, girl. Always misunderstood, man. I know what you've been through. I know your struggles in life. You doing good. You good. You know, your brother love you to death, man. And we're going to continue to grind this out and do what we got to do and live it the way we need to live it. I want to say one more thing about your kids, man. They blessed. Shout out to my niece. Shemaine just had her first baby, man. She's so blessed, man. It seems like she got a real good dude. And dude, if you watch this with her, man, love her to death, man. You got your good one. You blessed. Take care of her, man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing for me, man, don't never put your hands on her, though. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit to everybody in my family. But Shemaine, happy for you, girl. You've been through a lot. Happy Mother's Day to you, to your husband. You know, he seemed like he treating you amazing, man. I'm happy for you, dude. Y'all got your own spot, your own everything, man. Shout out to you, niece. I love you to death and continue doing what you're doing. I want to say this too, man, about Crystal. You know, all her kids beautiful, man. You know, Shemaine the oldest. My little nephew, Elias, that was my dog. We used to run it, though. I used to always stay with him. I used to love me some Elias growing up, man. That's my little dog. Elias, shout out to you, big homie. You know, we used to have a blast, man. And then you got Bam, real name Michael, and then you got Shalia. Shout out to all y'all. But I want to say this, man. My brother Mike, that was real special to me, man. Out of all the nephews and the kids and the family members in the world, man, nobody favored my brother Mike Blaylock like Bam. Anybody that know us, and the little dude, little Bam, man, I mean, check it out, man. Everything about him, he looked like a most. His demeanor, quiet, chill, don't be worried about nothing. He looked like my brother Mike, man, so much that it's insane. When I see him, I just look at him, and I just be staring at him. He be looking at me like, damn, what you looking at? Ain't no clone. Ain't nobody that favor, act, walk, talk, chill, calm, big heart than Lil Bam, man. So, Crystal, man, you blessed, man. We'll talk on another end. I got some stories to tell about my mama here in a little bit, you know, from Crystal, a few of them. You know, the ones I seen, but main ones from Crystal. But Crystal, man, from all my heart, girl, happy Mother's Day to you, man. You know your brother love you to death. No matter what we go through, no matter what I think, no matter what you always feel, man, I ain't never gonna leave you. I always been in your corner, but I'm gonna always tell you what it is. You know, I don't know no other way but tell you what I feel. And if I don't tell you what I feel, then I don't love you. If I tell you what you want to hear, you're gonna do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times when you told me things and I had to listen to you. You was absolutely correct and right, and I ran with it and it worked out for me. So happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you, man. I love you to death. And the only thing I say about you, I love you and you misunderstood. Now I want to get to two more. These two right here, man. I was trying to go up the ladder and talk about, you know, different folks, but these two I left for last because these two, man, I want to talk about. Talk about my mama. So anybody that knew me knew my mama, man. My mama went through so much. And me growing up as a man now, doing a lot of researching, a lot of talking with a lot of close family members, people that got facts, man. I want to look at my mama, man, and tell her I'm sorry so much. Because everybody been through a lot. And I never just really realized how much my mama been through, man. And how I might have made you feel with, you know, the unconditional love I have for my daddy. But I wanna look to you, mom, and say I love you to death, man. And I really apologize. And I want to send you the biggest shout out in the world. Happy Mother's Day. For the simple fact that, man, I never realized what you went through. So I want to celebrate you, man. I want to talk about you, man. I want the world to know my mama was the bomb. And nobody stronger than my mama tell you a lot of the comments that my sisters told me, things like that, man. But I'm finna celebrate my mama, man, because my mama was the bomb. And it took me so long to realize that, man. I was so stubborn, man. I went so long, sometimes years, not even talking to my mama. You know what I'm saying? But I apologize to you, mama, because like I said, man, everybody got a story. And as an adult, man, I got the plucking and tapping on things, man. And I didn't know you went through the things you went through. So I want to say I love you, mama. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here without you. You know, my backbone and things I became got you written all over it, man. And I know for so long I blamed you for our relationship. As a young one, I didn't know no better. And until I became an adult, like older in life, adult man, I blamed you. And whenever you got one finger pointing, you got three pointing back at yourself. I know you was set in your ways. I know you was the type that you don't say sorry to nobody. I know you're the one that been through so much, and you acted the way you acted, and you did the things you did in your life because of your struggle, because of your severance of just surviving. I thought I survived when I was talking about me, and I was so selfish talking about the way I lived and those things, and in reality you live 10 times worse. So with that, man, I'm celebrating you, Ma. I'm so sorry that it took me having to find out things to know you know, what you went through. And there's a lot of things that I don't know you went through, only you know. With that being said, I want to talk about you, man, let you know how much I love you. Talk about everything about you. I got some really good stories about you, man, and paint a picture for people that didn't know you. And hopefully it'll be a good one, and it'll be funny as well. Because I don't want to go back in time. I don't want things to be negative. I don't want things to be bad. I want this to be funny and good and happy and all of those things. But I robbed you. I robbed you from my love, man, and I'm sorry about that. So if you're watching this, Ma, I love you to death, and I'm sorry, man. I didn't know, but it took some special people that kept it real with me. A little bit of research on my own, but I got some facts, and you know, I thought I went through it, but you went through it 10 times over. My sister Kim, I know when I was a kid growing up, man, you probably despised me a little bit. You know, I know you was with my dad since you was 14 years old. He was 16, and that's the only man you really knew. And I know I looked exactly like my father. But I want to apologize to you for when I was a baby growing up, man. You know, when he leave to go to work, I'm in the window crying all day, hollering, you know, for him to come home. And then when he did get home, you know, being drunk, the things he did with you, the way he made you feel. And then when he would take off drunk, going to the bars, he always took me with him. Where that came from, I don't know. I don't know how I got so attached to him. I don't know how, what, when, and where, but, you know, I was definitely a daddy's boy. And my sister Kim, I remember this, her talking with me saying, have you ever thought about what you made your mama feel as a kid growing up? And it smacked me in my face that I never thought about that. I just blamed you and felt like, why my mama don't love me like she loved the rest of them. That wasn't what it was. I apologize to you for that. Because she said to me, have you ever thought about how you made her feel? You know, you lost, you know, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, your husband, your son, your daughter. You lost so many people. I don't know how you did it. But one thing about you, though, you never bowed down to nothing. You never bowed down to anybody. Never bowed down to nobody. You was about 5'1". And I'm going to tell a few stories, man, that you know and that we know. And I want to celebrate you, man, and show the world, like, how strong you was and why you was the way you was.